Hello guys, Lawlink here, and tonight I have a I have a build that I okay, so it's a bit of a funny story. This guy, I remember asking for build ideas for Thought Patrol for part 5, and uh this guy was like anti-shotgun build please, and I had to change the comment to for Thought Patrol. But I'm like, anti-shotgun build. Why not just use trap or gun builds? But what if I'm not good with guns? What if I'm not that smart with traps? What if I'm good with controlling a creature and spamming square over and over again? At that point, just use Daniel with a bunch of health equipments. But what if that's not good enough? What if I don't want to play as Daniel? What if I want to be Annette or Nicholai? Well, my friends, I think I have done it. For Nicholai, I wouldn't say this is for Nicholai. It's more of a diet version for Nicholai. For if this isn't an anti-shotgun build, this is more of a anti-knockback build. You still will suffer from knockback, don't get me wrong, but you're gonna take less damage, and in turn, since you're gonna suffer less knockback than you would, you can actually fight back. I am unaware with this with shotguns, but you might see this in the Annette video that will come tomorrow. So I'm not going to spoil what's in this build, but we're going to go over this one. And I feel like Annette does it the best, so that video will be called the anti-shotgun Annette build, while this one's just be the anti-knockback Nicholai build. Alright? I just need to point that out. I wanted to call it this one, but nah. But Nicholai, don't underestimate him. He could still do it. So for our first skill, we're going to use Stars, which automatically tracks all survivors when controlling the Nemesis. And it also shortens the accelerate cooldown if with the cherry on top. Now, I don't really like using Stars unless I'm using UPCS monitor, which it tracks survivors when they're attacked by a creature and lowers their attack power. Now just imagine having that permanent debuff while Nemesis is around, which is great. It's awesome. Not only you can wreak havoc with Nemesis, but you can also debuff them all at the same time. So they won't even dream of taking you out unless they have high damage equipment. And attack power, not it. I personally, I feel like it doesn't just mean just lowering their attack, like their damage, because yes, it does do that. But I feel like it also, in turn, if it lowers their damage, I feel like that also means that their knockback thing, I feel like that might be even lesser, just because of how much damage they're doing. And remember, when you take control of a creature, you're you have a damage resistance to that creature when you control them, and Ania has a natural damage resistance. So you can see where this is going. We want to take control of the Nias, or even a partially armored zombie, even. But I think Nias are more better as they have an extra attack. And who wouldn't like Sucky Wucky? And keep in mind that Sucky Wucky is free from all counters. Jill can't counter it, and Valerie can't counter attack, which is great. And for our third skill, it's up to you. You can either use Watchdog or Mag Expansion. Personally, I'm going to go with Watchdog so we can have an extra creature on the field if we do manage to use our gun, which is great. More trouble, that's all it means. And for area 2, we're obviously using Radar Pulse so we can so we can not only track them but also put a debuff on them at all times. It's crazy it's crazy that this card is free. But, it didn't used to be that way. But obviously this card should be free. There's no reason why it should cost 3. It used to cost 3, like why? But it's all good. It's now 0. And for area 3, we're using Reinforced Light Cold Trap. This is mainly to help out our creatures, as I don't really see these guns helping out. I mean, maybe the turret machine gun could, but unfortunately, this is gonna hurt our economy. This will too, and this will also hurt our economy. So let's just use this as it'll help out our creatures. And not only that, but us too. And for equipment, Beta Strain 2, Beta Strain 1. Now, by Beta Strain 2 and Beta Strain 1 by itself, it's not gonna protect you from knockback, from a shotgun. It's the only thing that's preventing it from its fullest potential. But beta strain 1 and 2, so long as you're moving in a zigzag, like if an alligator was chasing you, or a crocodile, doesn't matter, you should be able to negate as much knockback as you can. It's not gonna feel like a single fucking pellet can knock you back. It's gonna actually feel like you can actually get close in distance to the guy with a shotgun. And as soon as you hit them, not only they do less damage, but remember, shotguns in this game, even though they have been fixed, they're still inconsistent. So you want to make sure you can abuse that inconsistency to make it to where they either do almost a 0 to none damage, or they do less damage than they should. So that's what we're going to do. And I feel like both of these combined with UPCS monitor is going to help it a lot. So for our third equipment, we're using Resilience Skin 3 for more health, and 4 Researcher's Brain for more speed and moderate amount of health. For our deck, we're using Enhanced Vapor Regen, Energy Leech, Berserker, Infection, and Discount. Efficiency mod creatures, Imposter Zombie, Ania, Zombie 2, and Immobilizing Rounds. Immobilizing rounds helps out the creatures, so like if you put them in, if you use immobilized rounds, not only will you get a creature, assuming the creature cap hasn't been reached, but you will also be able to like quickly get in a creature and then start slashing away. So pretty neat if you ask me. Now it is a one mod deck, but it's fine because you want to mainly take control of a creature, and so long as that creature has energy leech, you're going to get a lot of energy back in turn. You might even come back with 10 if you manage to either you exit out your creature prematurely, or you get out, or you lose the creature because it died, and you get back and you just suddenly have 10. If you're not confident in yourself, you could either use generator mod small or power limiter mod to get nemesis faster, or even convert my creatures. You never know. But I think I'm fine with Berserker. So that's the deck and that's the build. Now I'm going to show you 2 matches of me of using this build, and I think you might enjoy them. So with that out of the way, I'll see you in the matches.
Looking at you all, this will be easy money. Nameless killers. These are this device may not be lethal, but I only need the smoke. No problem. I will make this faster for you. Death does not take the oath, but the right. Get it over with! Stop resisting! This was inevitable. I have met rocks that move faster than you. Easy money for me. But you were making me so boring. Won't I make your gravestone now?
All too easy.
Ugh, no kill bonus. But a win is a win.
Now, unfortunately, they didn't have shotguns. And honestly, you don't want to be standing still. Shotguns could still knock you back, even if they do get tracked. But, you know, when you're taking control of a creature, you want to make sure make sure you're hard to hit as much as you can. Otherwise, you're making it easier for them to knock you back. So always move left and right. You know how when you're getting chased by an alligator, you should run in a zigzag to confuse them and to outrun them? That's what you should do when someone is shooting at you in this game. Zigzag. It's gonna make it harder for them, and you know, even if they do hit you, it might not either it won't register or it'll do less damage than it should. Especially when shotguns are usually inconsistent in damage. I mean, they're not as inconsistent as they were when this game launched, but they're still inconsistent. Just not as much as before, because otherwise people wouldn't use them, and I wouldn't have a guy asking me an anti-shotgun build, please. I mean, this is very much a anti-knockback build, more than a anti-shotgun build. You could still get knockback, but you're not going to be knocked back, like, stun locked. Hopefully, that's the case. So, I'll see you in the next match.
My client wishes you dead. I make it faster. Da? This device may not be lethal, but I only need the slow to win.
Damn, locked.
You cannot run from me now. You have a key. I doubt you will lift the new. No problem. I will make this faster for you. If you want job done, you must yourself do it. Yes?
Something useful here.
Good. You can move to the more dangerous toys now. That was too easy. Do not be pleased with yourself. This is the best you can do? Now I shall end this!
Damn! You think you're actually doing that? Let's have a closer look.
Easy money for me. But they were making me so bored. My client will be happy with the fear you feel. Be afraid, young ones.
Dude, even
Well
without
done.
shotguns, they can
No
still
matter.
knock you back. They
Your
just need to
luck
have
will
a
end.
lot of damage and focus fire on you. So I hope people realize, you know, there's not a really definitive way to not negate knockback. Maybe in that I'll have an easier time with I digress. Now we're in area 2, we just became instantly, it's so much stronger. And we have a grenade launcher too, keep that in mind. So, you know, kaboom.
Now. You can die here just as easy as next place.
I'll get it.
This is not your lucky day.
I mean, she did use a shotgun, but not on me, so...
What else could have been expected from setting children against me?
You know what? I'm gonna show that match anyways, because they were out of resources. Not only was I taking it, I mean, they were doing a lot of damage, to be fair. They were pretty smart. They had yellow herbs. That Jill knew what she was doing. That Valerie knew what she was doing too, except she didn't when she knifed me, so yeah. And of course they have first aid sprays up their asses. I mean, what else? What else do you expect from survivors? But you know, they held their own, but unfortunately they were probably low on economy. I mean, they made it very clear that they were out of resources when I was in that first area. Because not only you're taking a lot of damage, I mean, it's not just the knockback effects helping. I mean, you still get knocked back. That's just something that you're never gonna negate unless you're Endurance Daniel. But it's like, it's something that you can at least lessen, which in turn helps you out. The only way they're gonna beat you is if they have a lot of damage, and maybe they can get past that threshold. But don't worry, this is not the end. I have a bonus match because I'm having fun. So bonus match it is. So I'll see you in the bonus match.
Looking at you all, this will be easy money.
Check this out.
Oh, you have found my little toy. But do not expect to activate it so easily. You children, you have no hope against me now. That was too easy. Do not be pleased with yourself.
Still alive? Better luck next time. Well, at least least you're not dead.
This was your end. I cannot say it was good. You found that? What amateur put it there? I have met rocks that move faster than you. No, I will end this.
Zip ammo. Taking out the scanner.
Easy money for me. But you were making it so boring. Just die! I don't know why I was called if you will barely even try.
It's a good job on Martin's part. Very smart. Finally, some smart survivors. Alright, now this will hopefully be a good fight. But, you know, that only means they lose in area
Well
2.
done.
That doesn't mean they're gonna
No
get that
matter,
far.
your luck will end. You cannot run away so easily. The door is locked, and the seconds of your life tick away. The nemesis will end this for you.
You want stars? I'll give you stars. Stupid door's always in the way.
Stay a while. There's plenty of time. This is not your lucky day. Ah, good. But you were not good enough.
Well, it's a bit of a shame that Nemesis decided to come out. Basically, they weren't gonna get Yorick, even if they did throw a grenade in there. I mean, yeah, it would have done some damage, but you know, he would still get back up. And considering he had regen, it would only be a matter of time before he would fully regen because there's a bunch of creatures there first. And Jill really made a bad move using all her rockets on a stunned Nemesis. Like, that wasn't a good move. Honestly, I really thought they were a little smart, but nah. In Area 2, when you get... See, that's the thing about survivors that makes them somewhat predictable. You know, when they're low on time, they're low on resources, they become so desperate that they make really stupid decisions. If Jill was a little bit more patient, she would have had the perfect opportunities to use those rockets on the creatures and York, which would have very well secured them the security key. And if same with Martin, a little bit. I mean, Martin, he's fine. I mean, he did what he needed to do when there was a nemesis on the loose. So Martin's fine, but like Jill, no. You need to be more patient. I mean, yes, you're low on time. You're trying to find a security zombie, even though he was right there in that room, and January was the only one that realized it, and they were just all over the place. And then the Tyrone was just doing the best he could, but unfortunately, he accidentally went in. And there's a bunch of zombies taking a hold of him. And unfortunate for January that she ran into a teleportation trap. Oh man. But yeah, I should probably change the title of this video. I was gonna name it the Anti-Shotgun build, but for Nicholai, this is more of a Anti-Knockback build rather than an Anti-Shotgun build. But hey, I love Creature Nicholai, and I think you will too. So give this build a shot if you want. And tomorrow night, we will have a true definitive way to do an anti-shotgun build on Annette. I just feel Annette does it the best. So stay tuned if you want to see a true anti-shotgun build. But for now, that's it. If you liked the video, leave a like. And if you want to subscribe, go ahead. I upload daily, so why the hell not? So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Tough guy, huh? Letting your thingamajig do your fighting for you?